Well, good morning. Look, the sun is rising and I am really liking. Look at this. This used to be where our oil fields were, and now we've turned it into a wooded area, lots of trees, and that should help the ground pollution. Yeah, look, it's starting to dissipate. And maybe we'll build some things here. I'm not sure. I'm really kind of liking the trees here, but that's to be seen. We got to wait a little while, and we'll see once that ground pollution is gone. But nice, welcome back to more SimCity. We are bouncing back and forth between our two cities. We have basically achieved the big goal, which is making money so we can fund other cities. But now, and we've also built our great work. So now what I want to do is I want to kind of tidy up, redesign these two cities because their purpose is changing to a certain degree. But the first thing that I have to do, I was rendering, I was going back over the last episode and I started to laugh because I confused myself. I was all over the place. I was putting down I was putting down trade depots and then realizing that trade depots were already in place for. So, what I need to do, I'm pretty sure that we are okay because not only are we doing really well with this income, but look at that income. So, but let's just make sure we need to go to this view. But yeah, I just made myself laugh. So, let's start with. So we've got two oil refineries. So we are producing fuel. In order to produce fuel, we need oil, and we're no longer getting oil from within the city. We're importing. Okay, so over here, oil import. Good. All right. That takes whoops. That takes care of that as far as the input. So then we produce the fuel and we send the fuel out there. Okay, good. Fuel goes out there. Then over here, I'm producing Omega, and I need ore and oil. So we already have established that we're bringing in oil. Over here, there's the ore. Import. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. There's more fuel in case but we may not need it because we got that. Okay. Then, then over here, drones. We need processors for the drones over. Let's export. Oh, we're making processors. Okay. And then, so if we're making processors, I need plastic and alloy. And right here, plastic, alloy, import, import, use local and export. Okay, good. So yeah, I was watching, I was looking over and I was thinking to myself, man, Leonard, you nicely confused yourself. So good, good. Now, all right. So now we've got that established. Okay, so I'm no longer quite as upgrade available. right. We've got an upgrade. We got another upgrade. Fully upgraded. So we've got Commerce Division. We've got Extraction Division. We've already extracted. I would like to put down Commerce. If we can, well, we could just put it there. There. This might be too far away. Maybe here. That way we only lose, it looks like we only lose one industrial building. Okay, good. So now what that allows us to do, I'm glad that was ready. So one thing that I'd like to do, and I hope it is the Commerce Division. So this city over here, I'd like to send OmegaCo trucks. Okay. So we're sending OmegaCo trucks. Now let's look at this for the first time, but now it's not as critical because that's turned off. But low skill, we've got a lot going on. Let's look tech level. See how, remember at one time we had high tech level here, and look at where the tech level has migrated to. This one processor factory. But we're 5 out of 5 for education, 1 out of 3 for tech level. So it's not, but now here's the thing. Had we continued down the path, if we had done that and it continued down the path of still using this nuclear power plant, then, and I'm not saying it would have happened, then we were starting to run the risk of an issue. But that is no longer the case. We have got electricity like nobody's business. All right, so we've got some landmarks, some monuments set up. I need to decide to what degree this city has high rises, and I need to, maybe I'll leave that up to feedback. But this is nice. That's, remember, at one time we were negative. So not only are we exporting and making a profit, but we're making a profit there. And that profit's, look at that, that's purely from Omega. 100% of our industrial buildings, 48% commercial, and 27% residential. I am tempted to add one more drone. Let's do that so we can get to more houses. Get drowned out. All right. While the music is drowning us out, let's see, are we anywhere near? Because all that's left, well, we got 2 left. Department of Transportation and Department of Tourism. we need transportation, and that might take place in city number 3, unless we decide that we want this city to up its population. Oh, the music better. All right. No rubble, no abandoned buildings. Everything is primarily green. We've got yellow, no shoppers. Let's fine tune. Oh yeah, see that? That's heavy. Okay. No shoppers. Let's get some residents there. What's going on here? Not enough shopping around here. They're happy here. This might be too much, but okay. So we've already talked about education and transportation. We've already done that. We've checked that. That's a little bit. And I think when we go to the other city, because in the other city we are sending sewage. Actually, see the sewage coming from the other city. So I think we want to become a little bit more self-sufficient over there, I believe is what I want to do. As well as water. %93 approval. Okay. Yeah, I've got to make a decision, and I'm open to feedback about. We have some towers, but not a lot. My traffic, my trade looks good. See that? Looks like traffic into the city and getting to my depots is going well. Okay, good. Yeah, that looks good. That works. We could take these roads. Let's see what these roads. The higher the. So the traffic, low density dirt road, cars are going to move less efficiently than if you upgrade to a low density street. So the cars will move a bit faster. And then when you come up to medium density, your cars will move even faster. And then when you get to high density, so we're not worried about buildings here. So let's and it looks nicer. There's a little section. No, maybe not. Let's go ahead and take this to high. Yeah. Well, I do have some buildings here. Let's go medium. If I've missed anything and I've made a road high density that shouldn't be, that's a depot. Low density. Low density. Okay, that's all Omega. No, it's not. Low density, if we take that up to medium, we already have so many job opportunities. I don't want to take that up. That's low. Unless we up our population. Okay, all right. These houses, I don't know if there's enough space. Let's take that up to medium, just so the buses can move a bit better. Okay. I wonder if we can get some trees here. I don't know if we can. I don't know if the simulation will allow trees. See that? That's technically, all this is a building. So I don't know. Oh. Okay. I love bouncing back and forth between cities. Education just went back to, okay. I kind of figured, because we've got not only community colleges, but we've got, let's get some school buses. There's enough there. Let's go back here. And then let's make sure we've got school bus stops. we put a residential house there instead of a school bus. Let's do that. Let's put a school bus stop maybe there. Now, all the students here can walk. They really don't need a school bus. They can walk to school. Yeah, I need to decide. We've got the jobs. We can handle it from a job standpoint. I just need to decide towers or, well, more towers and where. All right. Couldn't hurt to save. Let's save. Anything that we need to think about before we go over? All right, let's head over here. It's going to be cool because when we come over here, we should start to see the Omega trucks. All right, good morning, 6:49 a.m. All right, now it's a bit soon. We just logged in. Just processors. I don't see any Omega trucks yet. Oh, Millennium Bay ships Omega to New Academy. Let's go back. Look, there they are. Here come the trucks. All right, over here, I do want some towers, but we need to become, we don't have to worry about power. You know, for a city of it, well, it's not that big, but we've only got, and we're buying some water, but it's a good spot. We may eventually have to get rid of that road if it really becomes that important. I'm going to continue to purchase water or have myself set up to purchase water from the other city, but let's do that. Let's do this. Okay. They were the people living there, look, they're not happy about that. Look at that. Not happy. You know what we could do? See that? That's why they're not happy. Let's push back. Now we may get rid of this road. That would take care of Did I follow the guides? Look at that. That looks much wider than that. Look at that. That fits there, but not there. Let's get rid of that. They weren't happy anyway. We may do both baseball and let's put down maybe right in the middle. Let's see what a baseball field. Look at that. See how it turned that? It pushed back. Good. Good. I want to see where the guides. Let's turn on guides. That road. There. It should have been here. Now let's get some people back in. Yep. I need... Oh, how are we doing here? Good. Okay, so we're nicely staffed with low wealth. We're nice. I need more, and that's going to come. I need these buildings. Okay, this house is about to go multifamily. This is already multifamily, and it's got to go green before we get a tower. This... We're making a lot of profit. Could we get another road? I don't think we could. I don't think that's gonna... It might help traffic, but I don't think it's gonna... And I really don't want to zone. But we may have to. I need towers. I know I said I wanted green. It's all high wealth. I need this staffed more than I need green. Maybe just a little bit more commercial. Maybe. Okay. Maybe we can put some parks. Okay, good. All right. And we got to start talking about research projects. All right, now let's come over here. How about my jobs? Not that. How about... Okay, we got a okay number, but that's good. I want them to go to the academy. I think this area here would look good with some towers, some high wealth towers. Why is that lit up? That's fine. We're still sending sewage to the other city. All right. All right, land value. We've got some areas here. You know, towers here would look cool too. Nothing is going to develop right in that corner. Nothing's going to develop really in this corner as well. Let's make this little peninsula, if you will, high wealth towers right on the water. Do I want this? This might be too far over. We're going to get some complaints. Some people are going to complain unless we... I need something narrow. That would work, but I just think it doesn't look good. Let's try... I wish I had something smaller. Well, we could do... Let's see what that... I'm trying to fill that in. See how that's still medium. Nice. Okay, that's better. Better. They're all going to need jobs. So I want them to go to the academy. Let's take the road. Let's go medium. Let's not shock the city by immediately going high density. High, that's already high. And then let's take... Which one? Let's see which... Let's let the city tell... Oh, they're all green. We could take this whole... All right, do I have enough jobs? We better go one road at a time, unless... Well, we could take some of the industry up to medium. Let's do that. Look, immediately things are starting. I'm going to do one more road. Look at that. All right. We could start. Oh, how's our industry going? I mean, obviously, we've got 45 million simoleons, and that tells me that we must be doing something. One abandoned building. Oh, okay. Building fire. Okay, so in that case, how many? We have one little fire department. All this time. Look at that. We've had one fire station, one fire truck. Is this where we want it to stay? If this city's gonna grow. So how about health? Well, we got 2 clinics. Oh, I kind of remember putting down the second clinic. Um, you know, the high wealth, they would feel really secure. This is going to help them to grow. Just before I place things, so we could put a clinic there. I don't know if it's close enough. We almost need to bring this road over a bit more. Let's follow guides. There, right there. And then I'm not going to zone. I mean, since we've decided that, since we've made the decision that those trees are not, let's do that. And then on the other side of this park, we could put, hopefully that'll fit. That doesn't fit. I'm not losing that building. I want them to feel secure. We could put it there. I wonder if this is close enough to have an influence. Let's put police. So I don't think we have any police. Yeah, we do have police. I'm going to put one more police station there. Now to make up for it, let's make them feel, 'cause that might be what's kind of holding up. So now the other buildings, the clinic and the fire, are smaller buildings. So we could put clinic there. We could put fire there. Fire. Health. So they've got an academy, they've got health, fire, parks, police relatively close by. How's my education? could go with better tech level. Man. So that should give us, we now have more opportunity for some towers. Let's do that. Yeah. Good. Good. Look, our city is growing, changing. Look at that. That's going to affect the population because all of those people had to leave. That's why we suddenly have all of these available jobs, because all of those people that were using those jobs are temporarily displaced, but they'll come back. Good. 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 And then soon we can start looking into research projects. Part of me still thinks about the university, even though we've completed research. Part of me kind of, we got rid of that road. Man, that would be kind of cool. Maybe right there. I mean, I just feel like this city is about education. It probably makes more sense to have put it right about there. Kind of like that. And then let's come back. So that way we're not really losing. We could do this. And then let's do that. And then I think no, those guides are off. Those guides are definitely off. Maybe we just do one right in the in the middle. Let's see. There. That's the guide that I want. This one. Fits and fits. All right. There. Good. Good. I'm happy again. And that should, oh, that looks nice. That should help with our tech level. Because we really don't need to upgrade it. Oh, we do need a, good. Very good.